Regina came to Sweden for love. She stayed for survival. And when the abuse started, she had no resident permit. 2 children she have, no income, no approval from Swedish Migration Agency. Now tell me, what will you do if you were Regina in this kind of situation? Regina married a Swedish citizen. She applied for a resident permit under family reunification. Everything looks normal at first. Then the control started. You can't walk. You don't need friends around you. Remember, your permit depends on me, the husband told Regina, an immigrant from Africa who found love through internet, that the husband made a paper for her to come from Africa to Sweden. And that sentence became a weapon against Regina. Remember that your document depend on me. That was the voice of Regina's husband. This is a true life story that happened, that many women who are in this kind of situation like Regina will learn a lesson on how to tackle violence, domestic violence, when it started, especially when the abuser uses it to threaten you because you are an immigrant who came to foreign land to find love, to start a new life, and to have your family raised under a normal family life. Because in Sweden, if your relationship ends before approval, your case can be rejected. It continued to escalate. Emotional abuse, financial control, physical violence. The children witnessed everything, crying, "Daddy, stop. Daddy, please." But she was afraid to report him to the appropriate authorities. Why was she afraid to report the domestic violence against her to the appropriate authority? Because she believed, Regina believed, if I report him, I will be deported back to my home country. Many women think like this. But here is what most people don't know, that these are the crossroads where you need to pay attention to this video to understand your right as a woman who is passing through domestic violence in the hand of foreigners because you are living in their land and they are abusing you, degrading you, insulting you, humanizing you, all because of permit of stay. Even when you have children with them, they still abuse you. What happened to that love? What happened to that baby they used to call you and the other names, pet names, love names they used to call you? Why they didn't see that saw that discrimination then? Why now? But pay attention. Under Swedish law, victims of domestic violence can still qualify for resident permit, even if the relationship ends. But if you can prove, 1, the abuse, 2, serious violence, 3, police reports, 4, medical records, 5, social service documentation. These are basic and very important for you to win your case, for you to come out from that abusive marriage, which you find yourself all in the name of document, permit to live in a foreign land. So the Swedish Migration Agency can grant a permit on humanitarian ground when you find yourself in this kind of situation. Also, social welfare must protect children. It is their responsibility to protect your children. Shelters provide emergency housing. I've made this video before. You need to contact these people. Police can issue restraining order against that. Sweden does not automatically deport domestic violence victims. It takes time. They study and make inquiries so that they will arrive at a conclusion and establish a true story and a true case of domestic violence so that each party will be satisfied. We need to get this thing very clear. But proof is very, very critical in this kind of situation. In case you find yourself in this kind of situation, proof is very, very critical. You don't need to be afraid because your life is at stake. Your mental health is at stake. Always remember this, that children change everything. If children is involved, it can change everything. That is what they call the children factor. Sweden applied the best interest of the child principle. That is where their law is very, very good when it comes in terms of children. They protect children very well. But if children are integrated into the Swedish society, are they integrated? What do I mean by that integration? Attending school, receiving medical care, at risk if returned back to their mother's home or their father's home, as the case may be, whoever that came as an immigrant. The case becomes stronger if they have these 4 points I mentioned before, especially if returning means war, forced marriage, family retaliation, and the unsafe environment. But there is a turning point to this. Pay attention. She finally called the police. He was removed from the apartment. She went to a women's shelter. Social service documented the children's trauma. They documented everything. They helped her to write the report very well. Medical report confirmed injuries inflicted on her. Her lawyer submitted everything to the Swedish Migration Agency. Months passed because it takes time. This thing takes time for them to arrive and establish a case of this. So it needs patience. Please do not hide the abusers. Those who abuse you, do not hide them because they may end up unaliving you. Always act fast. Pay attention to this video and listen very well. Then she was granted a residence permit, independent from her abuser. But there are reality shake to this. Please listen carefully. Not every case is approved. Not every case is approved. I will explain. If there is no proof, no documentation, no witness, no police report, it becomes very difficult for the migration agency to approve your case. But when you have documentation, you have a clear case, which is debatable. This is why report immediately, document everything, seek legal help immediately, contact shelter area, don't waste time. There is what they call educational sector, very important for your children and the others. Educate people and let them understand if someone is in this situation in Sweden, please call police 112 emergency, contact social service, contact a woman's shelter immediately, get medical documentation, inform your migration case officer immediately, get a migration lawyer, very important. Do not go and look for kwekwe lawyers. Go and get migration lawyer is very, very important. Let me tell you this. Silence protects the abuser, but documentation protects you. So what are you waiting for? Sweden is not perfect, you may say it. The system is strict, but domestic violence victims are not automatically deported. If you are suffering in silence because of your permit, you are not alone in this matter. And your reason permit should never depend on abuse. You must take your destiny by your own hand. You as a man, stay away from violence. Do not intimidate women because you feel that you can intimidate them because they are strangers in your land. There was a time you find love on them. What happened to that love? And you, the woman, please do not hide them. Do not cover their evil deed simply because of your permit. Remember that your life is more important than resident permit. Okay? So when it started, make a report immediately. In all, let us all say no to women's violence and domestic violence. It is very important. It will help our society to grow. Always respect the law and the rule of Sweden if you are living in this land. Do the thing that will promote unity, love, and peace among both the immigrants and the indigenous. So, togetherness, we all will live in love. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.